Welcome back, everyone. Ready to dive into something pretty amazing, AI tools. Um, it seems like every single day there's a new app or website or platform or something promising to change how we work and think and create.
Oh yeah, it's true. The whole AI thing it's just exploding right now, and I think a lot of people don't even know where to start.
Right, exactly. That's why we're doing this deep dive. We're going to cut through all the noise and help you guys build a super powerful AI toolkit.
Hmm.
We've looked through so much info to find the best tools, the ones that actually deliver, so you don't have to. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which AI tools you need.
Yeah, think of it like putting together your perfect AI team. Each one has a special skill to help you with different stuff.
Perfect analogy. Okay, let's start with the most basic thing you need in your AI toolkit. Chatbots. You've probably heard of ChatGPT, right? It's gotten really popular because it can, answer questions, make different creative text formats, translate languages, write different creative content. It's
What's really cool about ChatGPT is that it uses something called a large language model. It's been trained on like a massive amount of text and code, so it can actually understand and generate like human-like language better than anything we've seen before.
It really is amazing. But before you go and try to replace your whole team with ChatGPT, there's something important to remember. It can only be as good as the information you give it.
Yeah, that's where prompt engineering comes in. It's kind of like learning how to talk to AI. If you can make clear, specific and well-structured prompts, you can get ChatGPT to give you really useful and insightful results.
Yeah, it's a super powerful engine, but you need a good driver to get where you want to go, right? Now, ChatGPT is impressive, but there's some other really good AI chatbots out there. One that we've been looking at is Google Gemini.
Oh, Gemini's interesting. It uses all of Google's huge resources and knowledge. It's not just about making text, it's about understanding what you actually mean in your questions and giving you really thorough, nuanced answers.
And, it works with other Google stuff, which is great. Okay, so let's switch gears a little. Let's talk about something that's blowing everyone's mind. AI that makes visuals. You can create crazy good images and illustrations and even videos, all with just a few words.
This is where things get really fun. There are AI tools that can not only copy the style of famous artists, but also make totally original and mind-blowing images.
And if you want to get the best AI-generated images, one tool stands out. Midjourney. It might seem weird, but it actually works inside Discord, a platform mostly known for gamers.
But they've used that community aspect of Discord to make a really cool dynamic space for artists and creators. People are constantly sharing their work, their techniques, their prompts, all pushing the limits of what's possible with AI image generation.
It's like a huge worldwide art studio where everyone is experimenting and inspiring each other. It's wild. But the real magic of Midjourney is that it uses diffusion models.
Yeah, these models basically reverse the process of adding noise to an image. So they start with just pure noise and then slowly refine it based on your text until you have this coherent and often just breathtaking image.
It's like watching a painting get made in reverse, and you can end up with something incredibly photorealistic, abstract, or anything in between. You can literally make images that have never existed before.
Wow.
That's where the true creative power lies.
It's like you're working with the AI, guiding it to show you your imagination in ways you never thought were possible. Welcome back to our AI Toolkit Deep Dive.
We've covered so much already, but we're just getting started.
Right. In this section, we're going beyond the basics to explore AI tools that can make you way more productive and, make your work flow better.
Exactly. Let's start with something a lot of us struggle with, writing. I mean, emails, reports, social media posts, all of it is just so time-consuming, and mentally draining.
Yeah, totally. But imagine if you had an AI assistant that could not only help you write better, but also actually learn your style and preferences over time. That's what Compose AI does.
Compose AI, what's that?
It's a Chrome extension that kind of works behind the scenes while you're typing. It checks your writing, suggests better grammar and clarity, and even gives you different ways to say things to make your writing more impactful.
So it's like having your own editor, but without being annoying. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it gets even cooler. Compose AI can also write whole paragraphs and sections based on just a little bit of input from you.
Whoa, really? So say I'm writing a report or an article. I can just start with a basic outline, and Compose AI can help me fill in the rest.
Exactly. It could save you hours of work, And because it learns from how you write, it sounds natural, like it's really your voice.
Okay, that is pretty awesome. Now let's talk about another problem with writing. Information overload. We're always getting hit with articles and reports and documents. It's impossible to keep up with it all.
I know, right? That's where Summarize Bot comes in handy.
Summarize Bot.
Yeah, it's an AI tool that can, like, quickly condense these long documents into short summaries, so you just get the key takeaways.
So you're saying I could get the main points of like a 50-page report in just a few minutes?
Yep. Summarize Bot uses something called natural language processing to find the most important information and then gives it to you in a way that's easy to understand.
That would be a lifesaver for students, researchers, or anyone who needs to quickly understand complicated information. Okay, let's shift gears again. Let's talk about meetings, which, as we all know, can be such a time suck.
Oh, I know. So many meetings are just, like, unproductive. But there's this tool called fireflies.ai that's changing the game.
Okay, tell me more.
It's an AI meeting assistant that, get this, automatically records, transcribes, and analyzes your meetings. Like, it gets all the details and action items.
It's like having a superpowered note taker who never misses anything. You can actually focus on the conversation knowing that everything's being captured.
And what's really cool is that fireflies.ai does more than just transcribe. It can, like, figure out the main themes and sentiments, highlight important decisions that were made, and even make summaries and action items after the meeting.
That's amazing. So you don't just have a record of what was said, but you also get these, like, insights that help you follow up and make the most of your meeting time.
Exactly. And speaking of making the most of our time, let's talk about something that can give us back those precious hours we waste on boring tasks.
You mean like doing laundry?
Well, no, I was thinking more like dealing with our messy desktops. I'm talking about Riffo. It's an AI tool that organizes and cleans up your computer desktop automatically.
We've all been there, right? Drowning in files and folders, spending way too much time searching for what we need.
Yeah, and Riffo just, like, ends all that chaos. It uses AI to analyze your files, rename them in a smart way, and put them into folders that actually make sense.
Wow, it's like having a personal assistant for your computer.
Huh?
Does it, like, file your taxes too?
Maybe not that, but it learns what you like as you use it, so it just keeps getting better.
Okay, so it's a perfect example of how AI can take over those annoying tasks and free up our brains to focus on more important things.
Exactly. All right, let's get back to visuals, but this time, let's talk about video. You know, video content is becoming more and more important these days, but making and editing videos can be so intimidating.
Oh, I know, it can be a nightmare. I'm not a video editor.
Well, you don't have to be. There's this amazing tool called Pictory. It's an AI-powered video editing tool that makes it super easy to create professional-looking videos, even if you've never edited a video before.
Seriously? Tell me more.
With Pictory, you can automatically transcribe your videos, add captions, put in music and visuals, and even create those little shareable clips for social media.
So it's perfect for, like, content creators, teachers, marketers, anyone who wants to use video but doesn't have time to learn complicated editing software.
Exactly. And sometimes you need a voiceover for your videos, but, you know, hiring a professional voice actor can be expensive.
Oh yeah, for sure. Is there an AI solution for that?
There is Murph.ai. It's an AI voice generator that can turn your text into, like, natural-sounding voiceovers. You can choose from tons of different voices, accents, and tones to find the perfect match for your content.
So I can use it for explainer videos, podcasts, even presentations. It's that versatile.
Pretty much. Okay, now let's talk about something totally different. Personalized learning and managing all the information you learn.
Ooh, this sounds interesting. I'm always trying to learn new things.
There's this amazing app called mem.ai. It's an AI note-taking app that's way more than just, you know, writing down your thoughts. It actually helps you organize, connect, and even find information based on how your brain works.
Wait, so it's like a digital version of my memory? That sounds kind of scary, but also cool.
Right. You can tag your notes with keywords, link them to other stuff, and even ask mem.ai to show you relevant information based on what you're working on at that moment.
So, like, if I'm working on a project, mem.ai could pull up all my notes and resources related to that project. That would save so much time searching through files.
Exactly. And as you use mem.ai more, it learns your habits and becomes even more personalized. It's really helpful for students, researchers, and anyone who wants to learn and remember things better.
Okay, that's super cool. Now, what about for all the coders out there? Are there any AI tools that can help them?
Definitely. GitHub Copilot is a total game changer for developers. It's an AI coding assistant that can suggest code snippets, finish functions, and even write whole blocks of code based on your comments and context.
Wow, so it's like having another programmer right there with you, but, you know, one that doesn't need coffee breaks.
Yeah, it can actually anticipate what you're going to do next, helps you write code faster with fewer mistakes, and, like, makes coding less mentally taxing.
And it can even adapt to your coding style. That's awesome. What about for people who are just learning to code?
It's great for them too. WithHub Copilot can give them real-time guidance and support as they're learning.
It's amazing how AI is like boosting our abilities and making us more productive and creative. Okay, now for something completely different. Tell me about an AI tool that's just for fun and creative exploration.
Okay, have you heard of AI Dungeon? It's an AI-powered game where you create and play through these interactive stories that can go in any direction.
Like choose your own adventure, but with AI.
Yeah, it's like having your own personal dungeon master who can adapt to whatever you decide to do and create totally unique storylines.
So I could be a knight, a wizard, a space explorer, anything, and AI Dungeon will make up a story around my actions.
Yep. It's a really cool example of how AI can be used for storytelling and entertainment, you know? It lets you explore worlds and stories that you could never experience otherwise.
That sounds so fun. I'm definitely checking that out. What about AI for making art?
Oh, you have to try Artbreeder. It's an AI platform where you can blend and change images to make really unique and sometimes surreal art.
Interesting. So I can start with an existing image or make one from scratch?
Exactly, and then you use Artbreeder's tools to play around with it and transform it however you want. There are endless possibilities.
It's like having a magic paintbrush that can mix and morph images in ways that would be impossible with, real paint.
Right. You can make super realistic portraits, crazy creatures, abstract landscapes, anything you can imagine.
Wow. AI is really pushing the limits of creativity. Incredible. Welcome back. It's the final part of our AI Toolkit Deep Dive.
We've seen some amazing tools, but now it's time to zoom out and think about the bigger picture. What does it all mean?
Yeah, that's a good point. We've talked about how AI can do things for us, make us more creative, help us learn better. But when you have all this power, you have to be careful how you use it, right?
It's like someone hands you this super sharp set of tools, you can make awesome stuff, but you could also really hurt yourself or someone else if you're not careful.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why it's important to know what AI can't do. These tools are still pretty new, and they're not magic. They can help us, but they can't replace, human judgment and critical thinking and knowing what's right and wrong.
One of the big problems with AI is that it can be biased. AI models are trained on huge amounts of data, and if that data already has biases in it, those biases can get worse in the AI's results.
That makes sense. It's like trying to teach a kid with old textbooks.
Yeah.
They might learn things that aren't true or even harmful without realizing it.
Exactly. So we need to be aware of that and really look closely at what AI tools are telling us. Ask questions like, where did this information come from? Is anything missing? Could this be used in a way that hurts someone?
Yeah, and as AI becomes, more a part of our lives, we need to talk about these things openly and honestly. Make sure it's being developed and used to benefit everyone, not just a few people.
Okay, so now let's think about the future. What's next for AI tools? One thing's for sure. AI is going to keep getting more advanced really fast. We're going to see even more powerful and complex tools coming out.
And as AI gets better at understanding us, what we need and what we like, it's going to be able to personalize things for us even more. Imagine having an AI assistant that knows you, really knows your strengths and weaknesses and goals, and can give you specific advice and help you get there.
I think we're also going to see more emphasis on being able to explain AI. As AI gets more complicated, it's important that we can understand how it makes decisions.
Right. It can't just be a black box anymore. We need AI that can show its work in a way that makes sense to humans so we can trust it and make sure it's being used the right way.
Yeah, and we'll probably see the lines between AI and other technologies blur even more. I'm talking about stuff like augmented reality, virtual reality, all that.
The Internet of Things.
Yeah, the possibilities are just endless. It's exciting.
It really is an exciting time to be learning about AI. But as we use these new tools, we have to be smart about it, be responsible, and use them for good.
Exactly.
Okay.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with this thought. We're actually shaping the future of AI right now with the choices we make, the questions we ask, and what we do with it.
Let's use the power of AI to improve our lives while also being aware of what it can't do and what could go wrong. And keep learning and exploring and talking about how AI is changing our world.
Hopefully this deep dive has given you the tools to build your own AI toolkit and, feel good about navigating this world as it keeps changing. Remember to be curious.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. This AI journey is just beginning.